When we are younger, we get to ask questions like, what school you want to go to? Or what job you want to do in your life? But for me personally, the most important question was where you want to do all this. Because I don't think life should be spent at just one place. Hey, my name is Patrick. I would like to share with you guys a story about why I moved to Warsaw and most importantly, finally start this YouTube channel running. So let's get into it. Our story starts in February 24, where I was basically living in Prague in Czech Republic, because I am from Czech Republic. And in February 24, I made a final decision that I want to move abroad, that I want to move somewhere out of Czech Republic. And why do I had this feeling that I want to move outside? So first of all, I'd like to say I lived in 3 cities before in Czech Republic, and what I liked about those 3 places, that I get to try different jobs, that I get to try, that I get to meet new people, new friends, and stuff like that. So for me, it was really funny when I went back, or it's still funny for me when I go back to my hometown and I go to a pub or to a bar, in my hometown in Czech Republic, and it's always the same people and it's always the same stories, like no judge, but you know what I mean. I like to give this example. Anytime when I go to my hometown, there is like, I go through a shopping mall, shopping center, and there's like a place where they sell like phone cases, and there is always the same dude working, and I don't hate it. Like, I don't judge him. I don't, it's his job. If he likes, maybe it's even his business, it's great. But for me, I felt like, damn, I lived in so many places, did so many jobs in the last few years, moved like 20 times, and he is still here doing his job. And somehow this was something I didn't want it from my life. I didn't just felt, like I want to settle down right now. The truth is, the salesman from the store was a little bit older, so probably he had the feeling to settle down. But 2 years ago, in February 24, I didn't have the feeling I want to settle down at all. And when I started to thinking about what country do I want to move, I wanted to stay in Europe because it's easier to move, across the EU. You don't need working permissions, you don't need visa. You just basically move there and you work there, and it's the easiest. But the question was to what country I should move. So just for the record, I speak Czech, English, German at the time, and so I was thinking, should I go maybe to Germany? But then I was like, but if I move to Germany, it would be the same, and I was also kind of growing partly in Germany, and my family has German roots, so it wouldn't be that much change. So in February I decided that I want to move to Finland, and everything was settled that I will move in autumn the same year, 24. And I was thinking about, okay, now we move to Finland, but if you still don't want to settle down, what will you do there after like 3 years? That was the question hunting me. So basically I came up with an idea that I want to live every year in a different country. And the year 24 was really, really hard, because in just 9 months, 8 months, I had to learn Finnish. I had to, prepare all of this stuff. So the year 24 was really hard, let's say it like that. I believed like my life will be like that for the next few years, that I will literally moving every year country to country. Like I my mindset was so locked on it that I could not imagine it will be otherwise. You know what I mean? So I also made like this, back then I call it a trailer, now I like to call it more like goodbye video to my friends.
Pro příštích pár let prožij vždy jeden rok svého života v jiné zemi v Evropě.
There was also another issue. I was learning Finnish and I realized I will not be able to make it till autumn. So I was thinking, let's choose a German-speaking country. So I decided to start in Vienna and maybe the next year go to Finland. But something happened between all this, what changed this whole procedure. Because when I was making the goodbye video, which was filmed like during through Europe, I met someone in Warsaw who now I can call my ex-boyfriend. But at the time we were dating and, you know, more and more often. And for me the situation was really tense in the sense of I wanted to move to Vienna. Now I'm seeing a guy in Warsaw. And in Vienna it was super hard to get a job and I speak German. Like I was, you know, I would be chill with any job. I applied to New Yorker, to H&M, no, nada, nothing. After some time I was so tired of looking for jobs in Vienna because I was running out of time. So the time pressure was really fast because slowly I was jobless, so I was really needing to find a job. And I started to looking also just for curiosity, you know, in Warsaw, in Poland, because I was dating a guy there. And yeah, I found a Czech-speaking job in Warsaw, and not just one, many. Like I remember I was applying for so many jobs, like Czech-speaking, German-speaking. And on one day I was sending like 4 CVs and the next day I got 3 calls. So in this job I am still in Warsaw, as you can see, and this would be a happy story, right? This would be a happy story where I could close the book. And yeah, so he moved to his boyfriend to Warsaw, he got a job in time, everything was perfect. No. Now the first problem occurred because I was thinking that I was moving to Vienna for 1 year, you know, and that's it. And I wanted to make it like as a content. So all the videos and all the stuff I had from Vienna, basically the stuff from Vienna, from me moving to Vienna, was like, no, I could throw it to the trash. It was for nothing. It was for nothing. And I moved, you know, to Warsaw and I had no footage. So, and I really wanted to post something, but I had no footage. Because everything was so fast, like the interviews and everything was so fast. Not gonna talk about it, the interviews were online, so I couldn't really film it. So we started doing some boyfriend and boyfriend content with my ex-boyfriend.
Same words, different meanings.
Part 2.
How do you say in Polish skinny?
Chudy.
And the videos went kind of viral because it was basically comparing the Czech and Polish language and its similarities. Like, as I said, like it would be the perfect story, right? But not really. In January 25, he broke up with me. But talking about now the content, first of all, I wanted to keep these videos online, but after some time, people started to recognize me on dating apps. And some of them were like, don't you have a boyfriend? And I was like, oh shit, like this is like a serious issue. So I didn't want it, you know, to be recognized with this person anymore because we were not together anymore. So I just deleted the stuff. But there was one thing really funny. My ex, he got a present before the breakup for Christmas. And the present was a trip to Vienna for like 3 days because I don't know, I wanted to go there. You know, I was supposed to move there, so I don't know, I just wanted to go to Vienna for a nice weekend. But he broke up with me, as you know. But I still had the flight tickets. And since, you know, it was Ryanair flight and you cannot really cancel it, I just rebooked my flight to, you know, after, I don't know, somewhere to February. And yeah, it was the same story again. Again, I opened a dating app and again, I met someone there. Like, how crazy is this? So yeah, we started dating. I started dating with the guy from Vienna. I really didn't expect it to be a relationship. I mean, I don't know, of course, I am the kind of person that dates with the intention of a relationship, but I mean, it wasn't really my intention to go to Vienna and to find a boyfriend there, you know what I mean? We started dating and seeing each other a lot, but then the question came, you know, of course, that we want to move together. For me, it was okay to move to Vienna, but I told him the only reason why I wanted to move to Vienna is because at the first place, I didn't want to stay there, you know, that's why I wanted Vienna to be the first country, the first city, sorry. And so in like 5 days ago, he moved to Warsaw and we rented an apartment and he found a German-speaking job here, which is pretty funny that we both go to work and speak our languages, you know, in Poland, in a different country. Like, it's really funny. So basically this was my last 2 years, really fast. But what I wanted to tell you, like to close this story here or this video, is that anytime, and I think most of the people have it like that, when I try to make, you know, life to go a direction or give it a direction, then life says, no, we're going this way, no, you're going here. And for me, this is the most beautiful part, you know, because all the things are constantly changing. Everything is otherwise that I wanted, but in the end, it turned up good or even better, and that's the beauty of it. One thing I'm telling to all my friends, to all my people that I know, is that life is not meant to be spent on one place. And I'm happy that finally I made myself to share this story here on YouTube. So thank you for watching, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you next time.